welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to do a story time for you guys because it is Wednesday. This story time is going to be when let's see, when I was younger. I was like 5 years old and I was kicked by a horse. So this is how the story is going to begin. So once upon a time, in a faraway land, there was this girl, and her name was Little Miss Jessica. So she thought it would be an amazing idea to go braid a horse's tail that one day. So she went into the horse pen, or the hay bin, that's what we call it, and she went up behind her horse named Magic. And at this time, Magic was a retired bucking bronco, and he did not like human interactions. So basically what had happened was he didn't see her coming. Like, she was in his blind spot, because horses can see like really well, except for like their rear end. They can't really see like that well behind them. So Little Miss Jessica thought it was a good idea to go up behind Magic and braid his tail. So she started to braid his tail. Little did he know she was behind him and he didn't realize it. All he felt was her tugging at his tail, and he didn't like that. So she decided to kick her. So that sent her flying into the air, and she had a huge scrape because she scraped her cheek against a tree branch, or I think it was like a piece of metal or something. I don't know what she scraped her cheek against, but she then began to scream bloody murder. And thankfully her grandma was only one home that day when it happened. So she heard Little Miss Jessica's screams and came outside to see what was wrong. So she found Little Miss Jessica laying in the hay bin, screaming her little head off. So she called 911, and the paramedics showed up, and they talked to Little Miss Jessica, telling her what had happened and to point where it hurt. And she pointed to her stomach. She was telling them where it hurt and what happened, and they rushed her to the emergency room. And the doctors did some tests, and they found out that Little Miss Jessica's liver was ruptured, or lacerated, not ruptured, what the heck. So my grandma then called my aunt, and then my aunt had to come home and tell my mom, who was in Florida on a business trip, what had happened. And my mom was swearing on the phone. She was just like, how can you let this happen to my daughter, blah blah blah. So I was in the kids ICU for I think five days, or five weeks. I'm not really sure how long I was in there for, but I was brought flowers, candy, stuffed animals, you name it. And when I was able to go home, I had to be on restrictions because they didn't want my liver to relacerate again. So Little Miss Jessica learned her lesson not to get behind a horse and get kicked. And till this day, she never did that again. The end. So that was my story time of the time that I got kicked by a horse when I was 5 years old. Sorry if this video was a little bit weird in a way. I wanted to kind of mix it in with a fairy tale theme. I don't know. I don't know where I was really going with this, but let me know if you guys like my story times. This is the first story time I've done on my new channel. So please like and subscribe, and let me know if you guys have any story time videos that you guys want me to hear about or tell me about. And make sure to follow me on my Twitter, my Instagram, and my Snapchat. I will have them linked in the description box below. And until next time, I will talk to you lovelies in my next video. Bye!